This coming, even though have mentioned this. Actually, I have mentioned this in my previous video, and now this is going viral. So I broke it, and I'm proud to say that I did that. And now a lot of people are actually following through and talking about this particular event or incident regarding these two duplicitous duos and how they are being perceived or viewed by the Invictus organizers. Before I move on, just to remind you, not subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment. This all helps a great deal. I want to share with you this particular article. Invictus organizers were reportedly relieved by Meghan Markle's absence at the one-year countdown event, as her presence often leads to logistical complications and media frenzies. And I have mentioned this, the reason they said, don't bring Meghan over to Harry, is that security reason. You made a good point, Harry. She will be facing a lot of problems, security, in terms of security. You're bringing your surrogate invisible children. Oh my God, they could be targeted. Who knows? So don't bring them. But of course, they did not want her to be there. That was the bottom line. Expert panel suggests that Harry is perceived as low maintenance, quote unquote, on his own, though they argue that the brand still lacks the stardust or public appeal associated with other royals like William and Catherine. The Broken Prince narrative. Royal commentator analyzed Harry's behavior, including his persistent mentions of his brother, Prince William, during his trip. They characterize Harry as a man struggling with chaos and disorder, lacking a stable support system or clear direction for his future. Scrutiny and travel. Let's talk about the scrutiny and traveling. But before I do that, just to talk a little bit about this whole thing, Harry mentioning about his brother. Of course, whenever he mentions the name of his brother, William, he basically is appealing to his brother indirectly to be lenient with him. Don't treat him the way he's treating him, which is absolutely logical and sensible, and this is how William should treat Harry after what he did to the monarchy. But for Harry, when he mentioned about his brother, it is not in the sense where he wants to reconcile with his brother. If he does want to do that, why don't you just apologize to your brother first? Just say, I'm sorry. You can communicate with your brother in so many ways. Maybe he's not taking your phone call. That's okay, no problem. But what about sending him a message through his personal assistant or through the palace or even through your father? You met your father and you missed this opportunity to apologize to your brother and also to your sister-in-law, who is going through tough time. All of us are. And you added more stress to her life. Why did you not apologize to your father and to William, saying, whatever I have done, it was wrong? No. But whenever he gets an opportunity to talk about his brother, mention his name, he doesn't miss it. So William, during his trip, they characterize Harry as a man struggling with chaos and disorder, lacking a stable support system or clear direction. Royal commentator discussion highlights the contradiction between Harry's public claims regarding his need for high-level security in the UK and his recent ability to travel to Highgrove for a family reunion without such issues, calling into question the validity of his ongoing legal battles. There is absolutely no need for any of this legal battle drama from Harry. Absolutely zero. Because he can go to his family, he can meet all of them if he wants. Nobody will know a thing. And it also proves what we have been saying. He is not a very high-profile person. He can keep a low profile, Meghan can keep a low profile, but at the end of the day, if they walk past by anybody in the States or in UK, nobody will look at them. Royal commentator analyzed the consequences of Harry's recent court losses, specifically his public attack on the judiciary. A notable point is made regarding the Times of London editorial, which officially called for Harry to lose his title as a Counselor of State due to his confrontational stance towards the British institutions. So this is coming from London, Times of London. Okay, so this is a big deal. This is a big deal. The Times of London editorial, they are now calling the monarchy to remove him from the Counselor of State position. and I believe there are only 5 of them or 7 of them, I don't remember. But this is a very prestigious position. You have to be really a big shot, someone very important in the monarchy for you to be able to qualify for that kind of role. And he doesn't. What did he do as a counselor of state? He didn't do nothing. So now in the Invictus, they're saying that we need to get rid of this guy and his wife once and for all. And then you have the panel reflects, the expert panel on column by Camilla Long, who described being confronted by Harry's PR team during his trial, labeling it as bullying. They also discuss the financial burden of his legal actions and express skepticism regarding who will ultimately cover the cost for his fellow claimants, such as Doreen Lawrence. Who will cover the cost? They will throw someone under the bus very soon, or threat them. If you don't pay for us, we are going to do this. Elton John could be on the line for Harry's rage. According to the insider source, Invictus veterans want permanent ban on Meghan's appearances. And this is, again, as I said in the beginning of this video, something I have already mentioned in my previous videos, elaborating on the fact that these veterans, they're fed up. They do not want Meghan to be seen there at all. Take a listen.
To move the sideshow away from it becoming the Markle Games. And Rob Shooter reports that the organisers were delighted. He writes, Prince Harry arrived in Birmingham without Meghan Markle by his side, and insiders tell Naughty But Nice that behind the scenes, some Invictus Games organisers quietly welcomed the last-minute change. Meghan had been expected to attend the one-year countdown celebration, but pulled out just days before the event. Harry ultimately flew solo, and sources say his solo appearance made for a smoother, more relaxed day. There was a sense of relief.
So I just want to point out one thing, very interesting thing here. If Meghan was not going to go for the Invictus events, and that was clear because the veterans, they had this, stance against her that we don't want unnecessary drama. So keep her away from us. If she was not going to go to the Invictus event, can you imagine why would she go just to meet the royal family? It shows how desperate she is for some good PR and relevancy.
Stage, one insider said, when Harry comes alone, the focus stays exactly where he wants it, on the veterans, not on the media frenzy that can surround a royal couple. Everyone could relax and let the event shine. A second source says Harry has earned a reputation as one of the easiest high-profile guests organisers work with. He's incredibly low maintenance, the insider said.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you, on the contrary, if you had William running the show in the Invictus, I doubt he would bring Catherine as often as Harry brought Meghan. Because for William, it will be about the veterans, not about his beautiful wife at all.
Says he'll happily change plans, stay alone with athletes, and go wherever he's needed. The whole atmosphere feels lighter when it's just Harry. By contrast, another insider says Meghan's appearances often require, this is an understatement, far more coordination. Her visits usually involve extra security meetings, tighter schedules, and constant last-minute adjustments, the source.
Oh yeah, all the time. She is such a troublemaker wherever she goes. She is a high voltage person. That's what she thinks, at least in her head. That wherever I go, I must be treated like a queen, or a princess or something like that. But she is not. I have some comments here from Lizzie Lopez. Hi, Lizzie. Thank you so much for your comments. Another comment for another person. I can't read actually from here. Thank you so much.